There's an invisible force that shapes how you feel, how you act, and the decisions you make every single day. And it's not something out there in the world, it's happening inside your own head. It's a hidden war for control of your mind. And honestly, most of us don't even realize we're in the middle of it.
It's a really strange feeling, isn't it? I mean, the one voice you can never escape, your own, sometimes feels like your biggest enemy. It's the one generating worst-case scenarios or replaying every mistake. You're definitely not alone in this. It's a core part of being human, but it's something we're almost never taught how to handle. So, this is where Dr. Daniel Amen comes in. He's a psychiatrist who has looked at over 260,000 brain scans, which is just incredible. It's given him this unique window into how our thoughts physically change our reality. And he realized something crucial. The problem isn't necessarily having negative thoughts. The real problem is that we believe them automatically without ever questioning them.
Okay, so how exactly does this trap work? Before we can find a way out, we have to understand its design. And it's important to know this isn't some flaw in your character. It's just a feature of how our brains are wired. Think about it for a second. A thought just pops into your head, something like, I'm going to fail this presentation. Do you stop and challenge it? Or do you just accept it as fact, like you're reading a news headline? For most of us, it's the second one. We treat our thoughts like they're the absolute truth, when a lot of the time, they're just unfiltered noise.
So what's actually going on inside your brain when that noise starts to take over? Because this isn't just a psychological thing we're talking about. It's physiological. It's physical.
This is probably the most important point. According to Dr. Amen's research, when you have a negative thought, it actually sets off a chain of chemical reactions. It is a measurable event that changes how your brain functions from one moment to the next. Your thoughts are, quite literally, remodeling your brain.
To really get this, we need to look at a specific part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, or PFC. It's located right behind your forehead, and it's the most advanced part of the human brain. The easiest way to think of it is as your brain's CEO. It's the executive decision maker, and when it's working well, you're at your best. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. On the left, you see a healthy, active PFC. That means good judgment, clear focus. But on the right, when negative thoughts start running wild, brain scans show that activity in the PFC actually decreases. Your CEO effectively goes offline. And that's why when you're stressed, you might impulsively snap at someone or grab junk food. Your brain's executive just isn't at the helm. So we have these negative thoughts that physically affect our brain's CEO. To make this concept a little easier to manage, Dr. Amen gave them a very fitting name. He calls them ants. Automatic, negative thoughts. It's the perfect name, isn't it? They just crawl into your mind, uninvited, and if you let them, they can quietly sabotage your entire day. They're automatic, you don't choose to have them, and they're almost always distorted and just not helpful. And these ants come in different varieties. See if any of these sound familiar to you. There's the all-or-nothing ant. I always mess things up. Or the fortune-telling ant. This meeting is gonna be a total disaster. How about the mind-reading ant? I just know they think my idea is stupid. Just being able to identify the type of ant is a huge first step. Now, this isn't just about feeling bad in the moment. Allowing this internal pattern to just run on its own, unchecked, has a really significant long-term cost. This isn't a problem that just stays the same. It's progressive. The more you allow these thoughts to run your mind, the deeper those neural pathways get. Your brain physically adapts to a state of negativity, of anxiety, of poor judgment. And this timeline here shows exactly how that spiral works. It starts as a simple mental habit. Then, that habit leads to physical changes in the brain. It shuts down your PFC. Those brain changes then lead to negative behaviors, like bad decisions or pulling away from people. And over time, those behaviors lead to some pretty staggering health risks. Dr. Amen's research points to a terrifying connection. For a man, chronic depression can quadruple his risk for Alzheimer's disease. And it all begins with a thought. So, what's the solution? Well, it's not about trying to force positive thinking or ignoring the negativity. It's about a single practical skill. It's about learning how to challenge your thoughts. This is the fundamental shift. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And as the observer, you have every right to cross-examine them, to put them on trial and really see if they hold up to scrutiny. So here is a simple, practical process adapted from the work of Byron Katie. First, write the thought down. Get it out of your head. Then, ask yourself,
Is this true? Is it 100% true? Step 3. How does this thought make me feel and act? 4. How would I feel and act without this thought? And finally, step 5. Try turning the thought to its opposite. So if the thought is, I will fail, its opposite might be, I could succeed, or I will learn something from this. Is that possibly true?
The whole purpose here isn't to get into an argument with yourself. It's just to disarm the thought. See, ants get their power from being unquestioned. The moment you shine a light on them, the moment you inspect them, they start to lose their grip on you. You're not fighting them, you're just seeing them for what they are. Just thoughts, not truths.
Ultimately, what you say to yourself really matters. Every criticism, every judgment, every fear, your brain is listening, and it's wiring itself accordingly. But the opposite is also true. Every question, every moment of clarity, every time you choose a more balanced thought, your brain is listening to that too, and it will change.